Welcome back, everyone, to Football Focus SG podcast with myself, Faiz, and Mr. JB. We are back for some more FM24 content. And for today's episode, we are taking on each other for season number 2 between Man United and Arsenal. Mr. JB, how are you doing today?
Yep, good. Doing all good. Yep. Football's been great.
Yeah. I mean, football has always been great, but how are you feeling as a Man United manager in this season that we have here so far?
Uh, well, not bad lah. Not bad, I would say.
Yeah. All right. So basically, just to keep you guys up to date, we had our first season, which you guys can go and check it out. Is in our is in our channel. Uh, Spoiler alert: we don't want to spoil too much. If you guys want to watch, you can watch. But those who are keep up to date, the scores is as follows: Arsenal, myself, have 2 points from last season for finishing above Man United one and winning one of the fixture over Man United one. So that's 2 points. And Mr. JB's Man United will have 1 point after winning one of the fixtures away to Arsenal, and they end below lower than Arsenal. So, Mr. JB, based on last season, which you saw, I believe you ended up in 6 or 8. I think it's six, I believe, and Arsenal were fourth. What is your target for this season then?
Well, I think my target will be a top four. You know, get back to Champions League. You know
Top
what? I'm
four.
gonna be a little bit more optimistic. Based on the signings and all that. I think I'm gonna go for a top three at least.
All right. We'll see whether we can go for top three. I think the table on the bottom left on the screen here kind of spoils a bit to show. But yeah, it seems like things are going well for you at the moment. So let's start off with you, Mr. JB. I need you to talk me through about your transfers that you have went through. All right. So we have, of course, based on our previous episode, Wan-Bissaka did leave to Real Madrid for free. This was during the course of the season, which we have no control of. Our assistant took over. Johnny Evans left as well, together with a Brandon Williams, Shola Shortire, and all that. But these are the players that we sold. So starting off, we have Facundo Palestri, who we sold to Nice. Unfortunately, I'm sure you're a fan of this guy as well, but he do need some game time, and unfortunately, he kind of forced his way out to sign for Nice for 21 million. Gutted a bit by him.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit. I mean, he's a great young talent, but
Yeah,
it is what it is. I mean, players being players, they would need the game time. So
yeah,
you know,
true.
some things gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah. And then next up, we have one of your signings that you made last season, Chan Uzun, which again, similarly to Palestri, really unhappy that is not getting any time to play in Man United. So he forced his way out and being sold back to Bayer Leverkusen, and he's currently on loan out to some other team. But yeah, it's just one of those things where you couldn't control again, same thing, due to their unhappiness. But the one that is a big sell so far, which is this guy, Rafael Varane, 30 million to Barcelona. Happy with the selling?
Yeah. I think, for his age and I mean he is a quality player probably on the game as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I feel that time to make way to some young talent. So I mean to sell him at his age, for 30 mil, I think that's some good business right there.
Yeah, I mean, I can see you have a lot of defenders being gone, and also, well, last to mention, Donny van der Beek, he's gone as well to Celta Vigo for 2.5 million. Now let's focus on your transfer ins. Now, okay, we have Martin Sarciano, which I believe in the season one we have spoken about it that he was gonna join
Yeah.
uh in the following season, and here he is now. Uh, Arrows are looking up at the moment, so he is a developing player, but 23-year-old Uruguayan striker is in.
Hmm.
Now,
Yep.
first couple of signings that you have made. Let's go through from low to high. We'll go through Sebastian Boselli. He's another Uruguayan that we're talking about now. Why this guy? Why have you picked this guy to sign from River Plate all the way to Man United?
Yeah, well, because I feel his stats isn't too bad for a center back, and if you can see his potential ability over there, I think it's about at least probably 2.5 stars. and his current ability is about 2 stars. But yeah, I do believe that I kind of need that backup, especially in the center back and also the wing back position. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the main reasons why.
All right, but 15 million is pretty good deal. I'll be honest with you. You know, for a young defender who has a potential to be a Premier League player. Then you make another defender signing, Strahinja Pavlovic, who you
Yeah.
signed this 23-year-old Serbian all the way from RB Salzburg for 32 million. And
Mm-hmm.
you'd be surprised to see he already break his record for his all-time goal scoring, it seems. He had three
Yeah,
goals
man.
in 4 appearances for Man United.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. I mean, who knew? Who knew a defender would be able to score goals? But the point is, yeah, I mean, he reminded me of a particular Serbian defender that
Yeah,
we used to have, Nemanja.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, so I mean, it is nice to have, and we all know Serbians, you know, tough people, uh, no nonsense. It is what it is, and yeah, I mean, you can see the potential ability there. Can go up to a 4 out of 5 stars, and yeah, the stats over there clearly states important player who could still improve. So yeah,
This is
definitely,
definitely a very good signing that you have made here,
yeah.
actually. And I mean, just look at his physical stats alone and his mental attributes for a defender. Again, all you need is just the little bits, like you see, tackling 14, heading 15, aggression 14. You have those basic needs for what a defender should have. His strength, he's 17. He can body check someone and fly off. Yeah. So yeah, it's a very good signing, I would say. It's a solid signing for you. Now, next up, we let's go on to this guy real quick. Alexis Maker. It's a deadline day signing, and you're quite a
Yeah,
fan of this guy. Care to share why are you a fan of this guy who has
yeah,
not really been an integral part of AC Milan? So they sold him really, really cheap. So
yeah. Because if I'm not wrong, I think I played. I believe it was FM22. I think, and
uh,
yeah, and I made and I signed him as well for Man United, and he turned out to be really, really good. Um, Especially in the assist department, not so much in the goal scoring.
mm,
So yeah, I mean, yes, I have to admit that Man United right now we are a little bit um over surplus, especially in the right wing position, right? I mean, I have
yeah,
Anthony, I have Sancho still there, and I got Maker now.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's more of a rotation kind of thing, and he's also technically still young, 25. Yeah, so it's more like just a surplus rotation.
Yeah.
One thing
I
that I
mean,
like
clearly
is
you
is
can see he's quite a
yeah,
utility player. He can play almost everywhere.
yep, that's right, and I think one of the things that actually stands out, if you look at his stats, is actually the teamwork part. So I think the teamwork strength is pretty there. So that
Okay.
is something that you need in a team, just to make it, the happiness, the balance. So yeah,
All right. All right. Now come to your two of your bigger signings. First up, Jonathan David.
yep,
All the way
indeed.
come over from Lille, and he's already unhappy, but we'll talk about it in a second. 40
Yeah.
million all the way from Lille, 1 goal in 4 appearances so far. Is he your starting striker replacing Hoyland and all?
Yeah. I mean, I'm really hoping for him to start a bit more uh, with Hoyland. I mean, sharing a little bit of the load there. But yeah, I mean, I view him highly. Same thing, like Maker. I think I bought him in FM22 probably or 21.
Yeah.
And yeah, he is a solid striker. Um, he has the acceleration, and at the same time, I think he he's very good at like if I recall correctly back then in my Football Manager 21 or 22, he's really good at beating players, one on one.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
is something why I kind
You
of
love to
go
take on
for
the
him.
defenders. Yeah.
Yep, that's right. So yeah, so I believe, yeah, for now I mean, since we just signed him, of course I don't expect him to appear in every game, but hopefully over time he can start more often, especially if he starts scoring.
All right. I mean, for people wondering, he's unhappy because the squad hasn't been strengthened, which is a little bit questionable. But I would say you did your best in your signing. Now your top signing of all of the transfer. is
Yeah.
the, well, as of recording, the current Bundesliga champion,
Yep.
a champion winning right back, Jeremy Frimpong, all the way from Bayer Leverkusen.
Uh-huh.
Can see already why you signed him. 2 assists in 4 appearances as a
Yeah.
wingback, 61 million for Bayer Leverkusen. Best signing so far for you?
Yeah, I must say he's definitely one of the targets, and I strongly believe that his style of play and everything else kind of fit
Yeah.
uh in my team, especially in Man United. I mean, just look at the stats, man. It's crazy. His
Yeah.
acceleration, his
He is
agility, his
he is
pace,
a
his
defender,
strength.
right? That
Yeah,
has like a midfielder of
kind of stats.
attributes.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? And nowadays I believe most of the players you have to step it up, Even those wing backs, especially these days in the modern game,
Yeah.
they have to evolve,
Yeah,
and
true.
play, a certain style and really need to have all the traits. I mean, just look at his traits there. What runs with ball down right, gets forward whenever possible. I mean, these
Yeah.
are the traits that you want as a wing back.
Yeah,
Yep. So
true.
yeah, definitely my favorite signing of all time. I think as of now.
I
Although I
mean,
think my
this could be a
next,
game changer signing, of course, to our challenge
yep,
for the season.
yep,
But of course, let's check it out your tactic real quick. This is what you went with. You went with the same tactic as last season.
that's right.
Nothing changed. Why
Nope.
is it?
Yeah, because I feel with the new recruitment, I feel that this current tactic is probably good enough to stay
Mhm.
for another season, just to try out with the current new players, just to see where the balance is at.
Yeah.
Although yes, last season wasn't a good finish, but yeah, it's time to experiment and see.
Yeah, because currently right now, your best XI, if I were to pick based on your assistant, this is what it looks like. Jonathan
Yeah.
Davids is not gonna get any game time.
Yep.
And
So I think that's
your
probably why it's an
defender, well, the only new signing that you made for this summer, only Frimpong made it in. The rest is all in the bench. Oh, and you made a promise to Garnacho to give him more playing time, which is
Yeah, for
difficult,
sure.
but Sancho is in there, even though you don't
Yeah.
want him to.
Yep.
So it's gonna be difficult because you're gonna have to lock a certain number of players that you need. And so far, the two players that you have put in will be Jeremy Frimpong and Strahinja Pavlovic as a ball playing defender there. Yeah, so only these two, and you're okay with the rest.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, I gotta have some faith in, in my assistant, whoever he is. But yeah, I mean, so far I kind of love these two players. I mean, it's quite obvious, right? Pavlovich is the guy who scored what, three
Yeah,
goals? Is it?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And Frimpong has been giving assists. So yeah, I do believe these two deserve sort of like cement their position. Although yeah, I mean, down the season, who knows? But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this tactic.
All right. So let's take a look at your schedule real quick, how it has been. We played a couple of friendlies, of course, but we're not going to look at friendlies too much. Let's start off with your first game of the season, which is a high scoring game. Manchester United 5-3 over Norwich. And if you guys are wondering where Pavlovich get his 3 goals from, yes, is all right
That's true.
here.
It's
Hat
hat trick,
trick on his
hat trick
debut on the
hero,
first game.
brilliant.
So of course, conceding 2 goals in the last 5 minutes of the game does not look good. It could have been 5-1, but 5-3 was what he started. A 2-1 over Luton Town. A little bit of a different game because you have Boselli being sent off. Um, Next up, we have Fulham, which is your first game that you drop points 0-0, and then you have Everton winning 4-2 with Jonathan David finally opening a
Yeah,
scoring for Man United
that's right.
together with Rashford and Hoyland. Kind of like what you wanted, this tree.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether you want to try to lock this tree like David, Rashford, and Hoyland as a
Hmm.
front tree. I don't know, but this is what it is at the moment. And if we take a look at at the Premier League at the moment, yes, you are top of the table with 3 wins, 1 draw, 10
Sure.
points with Brentford and Fulham. Happy with the schedule so far?
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel it's not too bad. So far doing quite okay, except for that 0-0 draw, I guess. But yeah, so far so good.
All right. And we should probably take a look at your Europa League because this is a different format now, as everybody knows, no longer in group stage as of next season. So this is us in 2024. This is what it's going to be like next season. Basically, it's a league table with a bunch of fixtures that you have to face with, and only top 24 qualify, top 8 to move on to round of 16, top 24 move on to round of 32, I believe. So, yeah, that this is a new format. Are you excited for the new format, by the way?
Uh, maybe. I mean, it's new, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is a table style, I think. So,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, I believe that it promotes more fairness, lah, I guess. Although I
Yeah.
kind of miss the tournament knockouts where, you can just win 1-0 and then make it to the final and then win the cup.
Yeah, I mean, there
So,
will
yeah.
be there will be knockout, but your starting group stage will
Yep,
be
that's
everyone
right.
together. So,
Yeah,
there's no such
so
thing as like a group of death anymore. Everyone's
that's
gonna
right.
be in a small mini super
Yep,
league for a while.
that's right.
Uh,
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, so this is your schedule for Europa League. You have the, well, in real life Bundesliga champion, but in the FM may not be, Bayer Leverkusen, Real Sociedad, Feyenoord, Bodo Glimt, Dynamo, FC Basel, Genk, and Slovan Bratislava. I'm pretty sure you're quite confident of going through to the next round, aren't you? You have to make it, don't you?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think the target should be at least the semis, at least the semifinals. So
Yeah. I mean, if we take a
yeah,
look at other teams that you're not facing in the group, but who is the biggest threat in this tournament? You have Chelsea along with you. You have Porto as well, Atalanta, Lyon, Fiorentina, Real Sociedad, Marseille. So there could be surprises. Oh, Sporting Lisbon is here. Sporting CP is here as well. So yeah, couple of tricky ones. But who you worry the most? I'm assuming Chelsea, aren't you?
yeah. I must say Chelsea, probably Bayern,
Yeah. Bayer
Leverkusen,
Leverkusen. Yeah.
Marseille. Uh, but again, I mean, you never know. This is the kind of tournament where every team want to step up. So yeah, it'll be good to watch.
All right. So now let's move on to my team, and I will get to go through everything at the moment. So let's look at our transfer history here. Let me. Is this the latest one? Yeah, I would say this. Nope, this is not the latest one. There we go. Yeah, so this one. Okay. So my main selling is Eddie and Katia. Now I know, Mr. JB, you're quite a big fan of Eddie and Katia, but I'm sorry, he is not my main striker to lead for Arsenal. I'm sorry to say, but sold him for 33 million to Lille. He already scored 2 goals in 4 appearances for them. Good for him, I would say. But with that money that we make, I've made quite a lot of signings in a way. And let me go through one by one with you guys. Okay, so starting off, we have Tommaso Baldanzi. Now, this is just one of the young player that I want to bring in to play as a midfield. If you look at his stats, he looks really, really amazing for 21-year-old. Kind of like Odegaard, a young mini Odegaard, even though he doesn't look that young-ish. But yeah. Um, Sign him all the way from Empoli. 4 appearances only so far. Looking to be more like a squad depth sub kind of thing. So that's one. Now, next one will be Matteo Ruggeri, who I decided to sign for my left back because I believe my left back I noticed a lot of injury prone. Like Zinchenko seems to always be injured on my left. During Timber in and out as well. And then we'll have like just Jakub Kiwior or Tomiyasu to play there as a rotation. So I just bring in another young Italian defender. He looks pretty decent as well, well-rounded to be a squad depth left back. Now, one of the major signings, one off, I would say, is this guy. I don't think I can pronounce his last name. Let me try. Georgi Marmadashvili. I think that's how it's pronounced. Yeah. So, Mr. JB, if you're wondering, this is my new goalkeeper. Now you'll be wondering, where's Devi Raya then?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Arsenal main
Where is David
goalkeeper.
Raya? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What happened?
Unfortunately, in this FM save, there wasn't any option to buy for
Ooh,
Davi Raya for mine. So I tried to
ooh.
sign him. and Brentford rejects at all costs. I even offer as high as 65 million.
Ooh,
They reject.
man,
They
man.
reject. So I have no
Ah,
choice but to sign this guy all the way from Valencia. He has not played for me yet because my current first choice goalkeeper will be Aaron Ramsdale. Unfortunately, of course. Not saying it's a bad thing, but I would say next to Aaron Ramsdale, this guy looks to be pretty decent if you look at the stats. I mean, if you don't mind me comparing a little bit. There we go. See, look at that. So all the one in the blue is obviously Aaron Ramsdale is better. He's better in shot stopping, distribution, and mental. And Georgie is better in speed, eccentricity, and communication. So he's quite well balanced, if you look at it.
yeah, yeah, not
And
bad.
currently he's injured at the moment. So he is gonna be my
Ooh,
backup, if not my main keeper in the future. If Aaron Ramsdale has any issues. Now we're moving on to major signings. We have Kefren to Ram, signing him all the way from Nice for 55 million. I signed it. So why did I sign him? Okay, again, same thing with the worrying of injuries. We have Thomas Partey, who is always injured, right? One of my main midfields is going to be Declan Rice and Odegaard, and then you're going to have either Kai Havertz, Jorginho, or Kefren Turam. This is what I try to build to replace, if not as a squad depth. This is what we could do, um, based on based on the squad depth level. Because one thing I noticed the last season, I noticed is that I don't have a good backup. Players just whenever the player's not formed, we cannot bring in anyone to replace. So that's one. Then we have one of the most expensive signings for me, Lucharel Geertruida. Probably the most expensive utility player ever. 66 million from Feyenoord. And probably you
ooh,
can see why.
66. Yeah, one
Mhm.
goal, one assist already.
One goal, one assist for a defensive midfield. This guy is gonna be next to my Declan Rice, if you want to know. But he can play almost anywhere in the midfield and defender. He is solid in real life as well. Definitely one for the future in real life. But his stats is well rounded. 4-star current ability, 4-star potential. It is a very good squad player, if not one of the top first 11 player in my team. And then lastly, my signing, which is probably a most surprising one, which is a bit of a deadline day signing, is Julian Alvarez, all the way from Man City. Apparently, Man City want to sell him, and he's being transfer listed for 9 million, I think. 9.75 there. He's being transfer listed. Man City doesn't want to use, and I thought I can replace Eddie Nketiah with this guy. Definitely. I think there's no reason why I shouldn't replace. Look at this. If I were to compare Julian Alvarez 9 million and selling Nketiah for 33, Eddie Nketiah is only better in two things, and Alvarez is better in everything
Man,
else. So
yeah,
that
yep, that's right.
if that's not a steal, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I think that is a steal.
Yeah. But what did you make of my signing then? What did you make of my sign?
Yeah, I mean, not bad. Very good balance. Uh, a few very good key signings, like you mentioned Alvarez and probably the Dutch player who's very difficult to pronounce the name as well.
Yeah, the
So yeah,
Lucharel Geertruida.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I do feel it's a good balance, pretty good window.
Yeah. And of course, I have some of my old players who's still around, like Stefan El Sharawi, he's still there and all that. So this is gonna be difficult, but I'm actually gonna try do this. All right. So I'm gonna put Saliba and Declan Rice as my main two players in. Um, the rest is gonna be random-ish, I guess. Because right now, if I were to put Gabriel, I'm pretty sure they have they have a good connection, don't they? No, they don't. Okay. I thought they will have like that green line that you normally see that they
Yeah, yeah,
that they can link well
yeah.
together, but they don't have that. So okay, so I think this two is the main key player that I want to lock on, which is Declan Rice as my deep line playmaker, Saliba, and then my ball winning midfield. It can be anyone from Thomas Partey to Thuram to Lucharel, the other center defender as well. It can be Lucharel or Gabriel and all that. So I have my squad depth. It looks pretty good. I think in terms of attacking wise, I'm okay for them to swap anyone because we have the likes of course Saka, Jesus, Trossard. I believe Kai Havertz is still around. Yep, Kai Havertz is still around. He's just recovering from injury, and Odegaard and all that. So, you know what? I actually tempted to put Odegaard, but it's okay. I think for some reason, he has a lot of problem with his natural fitness. As you can see, natural fitness is 13. I do not know why he always couldn't play every game at the moment. But this is what we're rocking with. And if you look at my schedules, uh, not as exciting, but yeah, a tough 1-1 draw with Aston Villa with a last minute concede to Boubacar Kamara, 1-1. 3-1 over Nottingham Forest with Bukayo Saka, William Saliba, and Geertruida getting his debut goal. Okay, not debut goal, but his first goal for the club. I think his debut was here. Yeah, he played debut there. 1-1 draw with Chelsea. Again, similar to Aston Villa, we score first. Last minute we concede, and it's 1-1. I believe we missed a penalty as well. Leandro Trossard missed. And then again, for some reason, we won Liverpool 3-0 with Trent
Man,
Alexander-Arnold own goal, William Saliba, and Trossard.
man, that's a very good result, I must say.
Yeah, it's a mixed result. Could have been better, but could have been worse as well. You know, like this one we could have won if we just hold out similarly to this as well. But other than that, I think it's quite decent. Now, if we look at our Champions League, of course, similar to Europa that we mentioned earlier, it's going to be the same format, uh, where it's going to be a league phase. And my calendar, this is, I believe, wait, let me just clear all that. There we go. So these are my fixtures to face in the Champions League. We have Braga, which I don't know why there's no logo show here, but Braga at home, Inter Milan away in San Siro, Rangers at home, Athletic Bilbao at home, Juventus away, Atletico Madrid at home, Aston Villa away, and Trabzonspor away. Now with this schedule, I don't know, Mr. GB, what do you think? Do you think I could qualify? For me personally, I'm pretty sure I think I can. Yeah, for sure. Pretty decent
Yeah,
run
I
of
think
it.
yeah, I think it's possible to at least get through the next round, at least.
Yeah.
I assume the top 8 goes to the next round, is it? Or the top 24? I'm not
Top
sure.
8 will go to round of 16. Top 20, from 9 to 24 will go to round of 32.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
believe let me just look at the rules again, just in case. There we go. Look at that. So league phase and the knockout round of 16 and all that. So the knockout phase, this is where from 9 to 24. So you can see from 1st to 8, round of 16 automatically. From 9 to 24 is a knockout playoff round. And then everything will be just as per usual. So this is pretty much how it works. It's gonna be quite interesting, to say the least. And if we were to look at our Premier League again, our table, well, Man City won the previous season, correct? So I'm not sure whether we can try to win, but we'll see. We'll see the odds. We'll see the odds of it. Man City is still first. This time they put Arsenal tip to be second, and Man United, for some reason, they tip you all to be 7.
Wow. Wow, that is surprising, to say the least. But oh well, I guess they based it on last season, probably.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they based it on last season and a couple of signings maybe they see. But yeah, so if you're wondering who has gone up to our new league, it's Leeds, Leicester, and Norwich. And that's it. We have Hoyland leading the top goal scorer with 4 goals in 4 games so far, and the highest average rating. Bruno Fernandes with 4 assists in the first 4 games, which is very good as well. And this is how it's going to be. And this is where we're actually going to simulate all the way till the end of the season. Mr. JB, any final words to our second season of Rebuild Challenge between me and you?
Sorry, can you repeat that because I kind of lose it. Sorry.
Oh, well, any final words before we simulate to
Oh,
the
well,
end, to our
well as
second
usual.
season challenge here?
Well, as usual, may the best man win. But at the same
Mhm.
time, my priority will be, of course, to win the league, and hopefully, whatever you see on the screen right now will be the same after simulate.
Ooh,
Uh,
to be the same,
after the
really?
simulation over. Yeah, yeah, the same. That'll be beautiful.
All right. So this is where we're actually gonna simulate, and we'll see you at the end of the season. And we are back after season number 2, the winner of the whole Premier League is Manchester City with 1 point
I see
above
Arsenal second there.
Arsenal. No.
Oh man, it's
Wait, this
deja
looks
vu.
like
Could
a
it be
real
the
life
same this
season. What the
season? We
heck?
don't know. Yep.
Wait,
If Liverpool third, Aston Villa, wow, this is scary. Wait,
yeah.
yeah, this is really scary. Spurs being there as well.
Oh, wait, I just
Wow.
realized Liverpool is also 80 points. So it was a
Yep.
three-way race.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So, okay, a lot of things to take in, but before that, I'm sure you guys noticed a change of shirt probably for me because the simulation takes quite a while. So we are recording this in another day, but now we get to see the second season. Of course, okay, I'm happy that I am finishing position higher than my rival, Mr. JB, in Man United FC. But finishing 1 point behind Man City, that is such a hard pain there. Considering we have the least loss among all, actually. But Mr. JB, what do you have to say for yourself? I believe in the first season you were six, and now in the second season you're six again.
Well, I guess the keyword is consistency, but then
Not the good
again,
kind.
yeah, not the good kind. I mean, to be finishing below Spurs and Villa, come on, come on.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, and the point difference is pretty big. I mean, we are like 15 points
that is
behind
true.
Villa.
That is
So
true. That is true. So before coming into this, I
I mean, like,
was leading Mr. JB 2 points to one based on the first season. So now let's dive into the second season now and let's count them up. So I have 1 point right now for finishing above you, Mr. JB. You have 12 losses, I have six. I did not lose to you at all in the Premier League. So that's a good sign.
mm-hmm,
So did you lose to me? Yes, you did lose one of it,
yeah,
4-0 away
yep.
to Arsenal. So that's another point for me. Did we draw? Yes, we draw together one. So that's our two fixtures. So we draw one and Arsenal winning, you one. So that's 2 points for me, zero for you so far. Erling Haaland with 36 goals in this season is crazy. um, but something is interesting right now. I'm not sure whether you're seeing this correctly, Mr. JB. Do you see what I see?
No, what do you see?
You finish sixth. Tottenham finished
Yep,
fifth. But Tottenham is
yep.
only playing Europa. You're playing in
Hmm.
Champions League despite six.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder why.
Wonder why. Let's see. We are right now on Mr. JB. Let's take a look at other competitions because looking at this, chances are you might actually win a trophy here.
Yeah, but
So
it
three,
seems like
two,
this is
one.
yeah.
Mr. JB, you have won the Europa League.
Ah,
Wow.
that's brilliant.
You have won
That's
the
brilliant.
Europa League. And okay, you were
Yeah.
in semi-final in FA Cup and semi-final in the Carabao Cup. Not
Ooh.
wow. So wow, so
Wow.
the point system just changed immediately
Mm-hmm.
because you have won the Europa League. But you were in Europa League all the way, right? So okay, let's dive in Europa League first and see how did you manage to go up? So of course, this is a new format uh for the Champions League and Europa League. This is a league phase now, no longer group stage. And I can see you did really well there, Mr. JB. 6 wins, one draw, one loss. So you only lost to
Yeah,
Genk,
pretty
which
decent.
is not probably the team that I would expect. A 0-0 draw with Bayer
Mm-hmm.
Leverkusen. And look at that scoreline. Look at that. 6-1
Ooh.
Basel, 9-0 with Dynamo. Wow. And a
Man, we
winning
sleeping. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's really good. Really, really good. And we did mention Chelsea were to be the danger team as well in your Europa League, clearly. And then, of course, in a knockout, you're not there. You're straight away in round of 16. You won Club Brugge with 4-0. You won the quarterfinal with Sporting CP. That is actually quite a good win, I would say. Semi-finals, you win Celtic before final winning Chelsea. Technically, okay, let's see who scored for you here. There we go. Strahinja Pavlovic scoring 2 goals in the final for you. Your signings. make a difference
Yeah,
there. Rasmus
must say.
Højlund as well, scoring
Yep.
one. Ian Madsen getting nothing but a consolation. Uh, well, Mr. JB, what do you have to say for your Man United team? Despite finishing sixth, you won the Europa League and semi-final in Liverpool in FA Cup and semi-final in Chelsea in Carabao.
Yeah, I mean, I must say that quite happy to win the trophy, of course, but at the same time, not performing in the league
Yeah,
is quite disappointing, and to lose to Arsenal as well. So
yeah,
yeah, mixed feelings and mixed.
yeah. Though winning the Europa gets you 4 points actually, because 3 points for winning the league, 4 points for winning Europa or Conference, and 5 for winning the Champions League. So this means we'll tabulate the points later at the moment. We still have to dive in and mind if I win anything. So yeah. Let's go back to the league again. And now we're gonna change to my team here. There we go. So did I win anything? No. I don't think I did. Yep, I didn't. So I was knocked out fifth round by Leicester City in FA Cup. Knocked out in the quarterfinal by Man United. Carabao Cup. No. So which means you have another point for knocking me out there.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So okay, so we can take a look at Carabao. So the winner is Chelsea, which the one that knocked you out actually in the semi-final. There we go. So quarterfinals, you knocked me out 2-0. Very unfortunate. So that's a point for you actually. Meanwhile, FA Cup, the winner is Liverpool. Semi-final is where you were. And if you were to go to final, you will actually face Everton actually. Which might have a chance actually, I would say, to get a double at least. And
Yep, pretty
so let's see
unfortunate.
how you go up to the semis. So you won Newcastle after extra time. You won Sheffield United on fifth round, and this is why I was out already against Leicester. Very, very bad actually, I would say. Fourth round, you won Middlesbrough, and Arsenal won Swansea, and there we go. Man United won Huddersfield, Arsenal won Crystal Palace. That was our third round. Meanwhile, I have to check out the Champions League because apparently the final is not played yet. So it's Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona, all Spanish final. But where do Arsenal finish? Let's look at the league phase. Okay, I ended up in the playoffs. I did not even qualify in the top eight. The fact that Aston Villa, Tottenham are in the top eight, that's very bad for
Yep,
me. So
yeah,
there we go. 4 wins, 7-2 wins over Atletico Madrid, who is in the final. No idea how. 2 draws, Juventus Rangers, and 2 losses with Aston Villa and Bilbao. Okay, so did I qualify in the knockout playoff? I did. I won Inter Milan. There we go. 6-1 on aggregate in the 6-1 on the second leg, 6-3 on aggregate. Interesting scoreline there. Then Arsenal winning Aston Villa, 5-3 on round of 16. Quarterfinal, Arsenal win RB Leipzig 6-2. And semi-final is where Arsenal was knocked out by Atletico Madrid. We won Atletico Madrid 7-2 in the league.
yep,
We could have gone to the final, really. That's second leg capitulation there. 3-0. But Gabriel Jesus with the top scorer with Erling Haaland there, and then there's a final. Right. So let's go back to the Premier League again. Let's take a look at the possibly the past positions. Was I first at any point of time? No, I was never first at any point of time. Man City was not first at any point of time as well. Look at that. They were first only at the final day. Right.
yep.
Because on the
Seems
final
to
day they
be
were second.
seems to be deja
Arsenal
vu.
Arsenal was third in the final day before going up second, which means Liverpool, who dropped from first to third after drawing with Aston Villa. So yeah, that draw make Man City won because Man City win Wolverhampton and Arsenal win Crystal Palace. So Liverpool was first for most of it. That's, I guess, what many people say. Well, bottle jobs, I guess. Um, Man United, though, you were first when we last recorded things. And
Yeah.
then things kind of fall off here. So the lowest you were 9 at one point, and you were 9 actually in game 35, in
Hmm.
match 35, where you lost to
Yep.
Man City. And then you won Leicester, you won Newcastle and Leeds to get up to 6 from 9, I believe. Or no, this is, yeah, 9. You went from
9,
9
yeah.
to 6 in 3 games. So that is very impressive, to say the least. Yeah, all right. So let's take a look at well, this is currently mine at the moment. So I'll look at my squad at the moment. Highest number of goals, Bukayo Saka with 30 goals in 42 appearance. Gabriel Jesus 30 goals with 46 appearance. So we have 60 goals combined between these two. So that's impressive. Highest number of assists goes to Tomiyasu, 14 assists. That's a surprising one. Martin Odegaard with only 13, Saka with 12, Martinelli with 12. Let me see possibly the new signings that I've made. Do they make an impact? So we have Julian Alvarez, 18 goals and 7 assists for his debut season. Not too bad, considering he come off the bench as a substitute 21 times. We have the Baldanzi, only 1 goal, 4 assists. We have Kefren Turam, who of course didn't score any or what. We have Lut Sharel, Geertruida, 2 goals, 4 assists, played 49 games. That's a lot as well. My goalkeeper only played 5 games this season. Rugari, 1 goal, 3 assists. That's not too bad for a young defender debut. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, Mr. JB. What did you make of this season of Arsenal so far for this season?
No, I would say not bad. Just that quite unfortunate. There's no trophies being won there. But yeah, but that's a bit unfortunate. But other than that, yeah, I do feel that the stats are pretty good in your favor.
Yeah, it is. It is. But meanwhile, for you, you have a trophy in your bag right now. So let's take a look at your squad. Highest number of goals, Rasmus Højlund with 25 goals in 42 appearances. Marcus Rashford with 20 goals in 43 appearances. Jonathan David, your signing, 18 goals in 28 appearances. Not
Wow,
a
that's
lot of
decent.
appearance.
That's decent. That's decent.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, pretty much. Then we have, I believe, your Pavlovich, your highest scoring defender over here, 9 goals and 5 assists. This guy has been basically one of your best signing, isn't it? I mean, look at this. That
Yeah, I
is,
mean, he has to be.
yeah,
He has to
yes,
be. And look at
yes.
his appearance. I don't know how many appearances he made, but that's huge
He's
number,
the
is it?
second highest appearance, 60 appearance, next to Onana,
Wow.
63 appearance.
Next to a goalkeeper. Wow, that's
Yeah, so
that's
he
great.
has been not injured at all, which is good, and he has been doing well. Average rating wise may not be the best, but he did make you win a trophy at the end of the day. So let's look at your other new signings that you have made, like Boselli, play only 10 games, nothing much. Jeremy Frimpong, who you were hoping to have a lot of assists, only have 9 assists. Is that your highest? Oh, Bruno Fernandes is highest with 23. Rashford with
Mm-hmm.
13. Sancho actually play a bit for you. Just like the
Yeah.
assistants still like Sancho, but hey, it is what it is. Garnacho with 11, Mason Mount
Mm-hmm.
10, and Jeremy Frimpong with 9.
Yeah,
Uh,
not bad. Not bad for a defender.
yeah. It's not bad for a defender. Satriano, only 14 appearance as substitute, 1 goal, 1 assist. I
Yeah.
guess he's a super sub kind of thing,
Yep. Yep.
but not so super, I guess. Alexis Salamaker, 1 goal, 1 assist. For 2 appearance and 12 substitute appearance. Yeah,
Yep.
so that is your team. Are you considering happy with your formation and your season that you went through? Because to be fair, league wise, like what you said, not the best, but cup tournaments, well, you seem to go further than what I've ever done.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do feel that yes, need to get a balance and strike a balance there.
Yeah.
Tactic wise, yeah. I may want to change next season. No, probably go for a more
Ooh.
traditional 4-4-2. But
Ooh,
yeah,
all
we'll
right,
see.
right.
We'll
We'll
see.
save the secrets of tactic for next season for now. But it's good to know, viewers at home. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy the next formation change probably in season 3. So yeah, let's see at your schedule here. So you do have a very mixed patch of a result, especially this part right here in your month of April. You only have 2 wins out of the whole month of April, which is, yeah, I mean, losing to like Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace doesn't help. Even Brentford, look at that, 2-1. It's not a good result, really. But of course, you finish off strong, with winning the whole Europa in the Premier League to go to 6th. And let's take a look at I believe your transfer budget next season, 78 million. 78 million. I
Not
mean,
bad.
with a
Not bad. Pretty
possibility of
decent.
selling players, your overall bank balance, you are
Pretty decent.
doing
Pretty
well,
decent.
pretty
Pretty
decent.
decent.
I'm not sure whether the Europa money has given. Maybe it might have, but 100% of transfer revenue will be given to you of whoever you sell. So you're going to make a lot of money with this, actually. So, you can definitely
Yeah.
come up with, your short list again of players who you want to sign. And I think at the moment, looking at your current tactics and I guess your squad that you've seen, I think you know which one is your weaker side. Maybe if you look at the Premier League again, if you were to see probably much more detail, if you can see team overview, there we go. So you have the most corner goals, it seems. Your set piece is quite decent, I guess. Yeah, how do I see your goals of the yeah, because your goal difference, I'll be honest with you, it's not the best. 16, meaning you can score quite a lot, but your defending may not be the best. I don't know. Would you agree?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, that explains by the goal difference. Yeah.
And look at the average possession, most of the time is 49%. Yeah, so it's very interesting stats that we can try to see here. And now let's take a look at my one and see the finance, 125 million. You know what? I'll take it, really. I know, yes, I did not win anything, but to be fair, I guess getting semi-final for Champions League was, I guess, is something, and second in Premier League do count for some uh well money as well. So let me look at my schedule. My God, I lost 5-1 to Everton. That is okay. That is, well, not a thing that I would hope for. The fact that my former players score against me as well. Reese Nelson. Yeah, losing to Leeds. Yeah, you see, look at that. I mean, honestly, I would say I did a lot better than the first season because first season I finished fourth. Second season, I'm fighting for the title, just 1 point behind, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully next season we can definitely cook something with this. And since you are Mr. JV back in Champions League with me this time in a league phase, excited for it? Have your plans out?
Yeah. Yeah. I believe definitely is something I'm gonna look at and hopefully improve in terms of tactics, and yeah, looking for another season ahead.
All right, all right. So with that, let's count up the points in total. That is myself, Faiz, as Arsenal. Being above Man United is 1 point. Winning Man United in one of the fixtures, there we go, 4-0 there, is another point. And only 2 points is all I get because my competition-wise, I got semi-final in Champions League and knocked out for the rest in a poorly manner. Meanwhile, Mr. JB, sure, you may not be doing well compared to me in terms of league-wise. However, you win the Europa League and knocking me out in the Carabao Cup in the process. So winning the Europa League is 4 points, knocking me out in Carabao is 1 point. So you get 5 points for this season, while I only get, I believe, 2 points this season. So this brings a total of Arsenal, myself, with 4 points. Mr. JB, you are up 6 points, I believe. One plus, yeah, 4, 5, yeah, 6. So, Mr. JB, as of season 2, you are leading 6 points, and my Arsenal to only 4 points because of winning the trophy. So, with that, Mr. JB, ready for the next season?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I hope it'll be closer next season.
Ah,
Hopefully,
yeah, yeah.
time to close the gap. Yeah.
Oh,
And hopefully one of us can finally win the league. Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully one of us can win the league, but at the same time, it's nice to see one of us win the trophy. However, points wise, I am losing to you, so I have to catch up in season 3. With that, we have come to the end of our second season of our FM challenge. Do press a like down below, comment down below as well what you guys think. More importantly, to share and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.